Hello everyone, hide your wallets. Glu have released a new game, Heroes of Destiny. It's free to play, it's by Glu, it has in-app purchases. Need I say more? But like a lot of Glu games that have come out of late, I've found myself going, it's got in-app purchases, but the gameplay's really, really good. Glu get a really hard time off a lot of reviewers, but actually they're producing some very good games these days, and yeah, I kind of can overlook the in-app purchases when you've got such great gameplay. So this is their new one. It's kind of reminiscent of like a World of Warcraft Heroes kind of thing, or Warcraft Heroes. You could sort of like it's quite difficult to explain, but the idea is you have a party of characters. Each of those characters has a particular role, like a healer or a tank, a warrior, or a ranged character like the ranger. And the idea is to complete these various levels. Winning, obviously, would be preferable. And then from there, you can kind of explore this story. So these are the characters I've kind of already unlocked, and these are the characters that I could happily, if I felt like it, put my hand in my pocket and buy using Glu Cash. And you can see some of these can be unlocked for the silver money, which is stuff I earn in-game, and the gold are the ones I could actually pay for outright if I felt like it using my wallet. I'm not going to, obviously, but let's just go back. Let's try and actually get into a game. Okay, so that was where I got up to last night, and I got my butt kicked because it's an elite mission. So let's go to something a little bit easier. Do a mine raid. Okay. Just on that screen there that I accidentally flipped past allows you to pick which heroes will be in your party. Okay, here we go. So this is my big tanky guy, and you draw a line between the character you want to use and the thing you want to attack. So you just draw the line and it goes red. Green lines, like that, mean it's healing or throwing on some other special effect. And you also need to obviously mind yourself behind you. You have special attacks as well, which are absolutely essential. Because the game does get quite difficult, I have to say. But that's, par for the course with anything made by Glu. Every time you defeat a little wave of monsters in one of these kind of rooms, you get loot, and then you move on to this kind of strange camera angle that kind of places you behind the party as you run down a corridor. And in some of those corridors you'll find even more loot. Obviously you use those items of loot later to upgrade your character, buy new powers, or change out weaponry, etc. that they might be using. One of the things that I noticed with this game is it's kind of got that Diablo thing going on, the dungeon crawler, where there's just loads and loads of different bits of loot and you can upgrade all of that loot, and it's just so well done. I find it really, really difficult to kind of, here we go with some loot as we run down this corridor. This amber stuff, pieces of amber, are used to upgrade equipment or level up your character, from what I can tell. I've not found it being used for anything else, but it does seem to come in quite heavily for doing your upgrades, etc. You have a certain chance when you're upgrading items of equipment to either be successful or to fail, and the higher the level item of equipment you're trying to upgrade, the greater the chance of failure. But, lo and behold, Glu have given you a way to always be 100% successful upgrading. You can give us some money. It's all there, basically. Every aspect that you could do normally, as it were, or take the risk on, you can mitigate the risk by using, effectively, in-game purchases, in-app purchases to use, the Glu money, Glu gold, or whatever they call it. So you see here, I've completed this level, got 138 silver, 8 pieces of amber, a couple of new pieces of items, and one of my guys has just leveled up. So we go up to the heroes. Load times are a little bit slow in places. Glu, maybe a patch would be nice. So you can go here, training time, train for free, and basically every time you want to level up your character it takes a little bit of time, but obviously if you want to you can pay some of Glu Cash and you can speed that up. We'll wait the 10 seconds, I don't think it's going to hurt us too much, please don't tune away. And essentially once we've upgraded this character and done the training time, we can then choose a new skill or increase a current skill. So you can see here again, I could spend some Glu cash if I want to, and I can get 2 skill points instead of 1 skill point. You can see how Glu have kind of evolved this. Down every path is a choice. Use just your in-game money, and you can have half, or take the risk that item is not going to be successful on upgrade, or alternatively, hand over some in-game Glu money, and you can then have a bigger bonus or be more successful. So in this case, we'll choose to upgrade swiftness, so that creates me a new power. We'll upgrade that again, because that's quite cool. Let's go back, and that's that. But in essence, it's a dungeon crawler, but with a very, very, very well presented game going on. Once you raid mines, every time you come back to the game after a certain number of minutes, you can collect more in-game money. So a key part of this is to obviously make sure you collect up all of the mines around the map as you go. Let's pop over to this one. You can go back and replay a mission based on its difficulty, so once you've actually unlocked it by completing it once, you can go back and play it again and again and again, and you get different bonuses depending on, obviously, the difficulty level. Everyone seems to start at easy, apart from some of these special missions which are known as elite missions, which are just rock hard, and presumably only for those people who have spent a bit of money on upgrading their equipment, etc. Certainly when I tried one of the elite missions with my level 5s, I got trashed on the first bad guys. Basically, it just ripped me in half. So I would not waste your time on those, skip them and come back later. Okay, let's have another chest. But you can see that the graphics are fantastic and very reminiscent of Warcraft, I would say. That kind of cartoon cell shading animation going on, but with really nice lighting effects and quite lush detailed character models. It works, and it works really well. A lot of thought feels like it's gone into this game. As you can see, it's quite involved to the point where you kind of forget to talk occasionally. But here we go, running through one of these pieces again, making sure we get as many of these taps in as we possibly can. We'll come to some more bad guys. There's kind of big bosses that litter some levels as well, that prove more of a challenge, especially the ogres at this level can take a fair number of hits. And you're constantly having to watch which characters are kind of in combat and holding the aggro, which should always be the tank ideally. To try and survive. Right, here's some big nasty guy. Let's give him a good whack. Got him. But yeah, not a bad release from Glu. One of their better titles, and yes, it's got in-app purchases, but it's not too badly done. It's not too gratuitous for your money, and you know, a really, really nice bit of gameplay. Certainly I've spent a fair hour now playing through this game and just finding it really fantastically well done. A great execution from Glu.